So sorry. Good morning. This is Julie with AJeweldDesign. Hope you're doing well this morning. We are happy Thursday, right? We are our Journal with Me Thursday morning, and it's been a busy 2 weeks. I have worked on 2 different digital journal kits. I've put out, I'm about to show you guys actually. One of the journal kits was revealed on Tuesday. One of the mini file folder mini file folder sets was released on Tuesday. Another one's getting released tomorrow. I'm working on a secondary digital kit that will get released maybe sometime next week. I have to work on, I've been working on that all week, so we'll see if I get it where I want it to release that next week. And YouTube's, and I branded, I sort of rebranded or finally branded my YouTube channel. So besides my banner, besides my name, my business name within the icon, I'm finally getting my thumbnails to look more uniform. I just been all over the board, and the pictures are getting weird, or I forget to take the pictures when I want to, and oh my gosh, right? So working on all of that. Sorry about that. But I'm going to put my timer on. I have literally an hour to work with you guys before I have to go go on to the next thing. And so I'm going to put myself up there for about 50 minutes, see how we're doing, and so I can close off and keep you guys under an hour. I was supposed to do a reveal for you guys for tomorrow, and it ran a little long, but I was journaling at the same time. So we got a journal with me on a reveal for tomorrow, so keep your eyes out for that. The purple kit's going to be really cute for the mini kits, and so we got that going. So today, as promised, we are finally getting to the a scrappy collaged window. Oh, there we go. A window piece. Now, I have pink in here. Why do I have pink in here? Maybe I was going to cover it pink. Maybe. I have a pink in there and I have a brown. I have to decide. I think we will. We'll leave the pink inside. Then we're going to... I think I had both thought processes, so I don't know what the deal was. I think I put anything and everything I wanted in there. So we're going to collage around this, make all its pockets, get everything ready, because we know we're going to use this as our flap, right? You glue it in where that way, you know, the pink is covering any weird black and white. I don't know why I hit that. We're going to do that. So I make it a pocket here, pocket in here. Of course, the big pocket, and we're going to belly band it down so it flips out to get into. So we've got lots to do, though I don't have to cover any of this because we're going to cover it with a belly band. I do just realize, though, I have to cover this. Ooh, because it's going to be seen now. Aha, I'm going to need some more scrappy paper. So we'll look for more paper for this. I have all this stuff cut out, so we may utilize some of it. Oh, goodness. No, those are washies and stuff, so those aren't quite. But maybe we'll put another pocket on the outside, too. Oh, goodness, right? Oh, my goodness. I'm trying to see if this could become useful. But I don't want to use the tabs. I think we were going to use these tabs somewhere else, right? So I don't want to do that. Either I'm going to put those inside or... But I have plenty of paper. I have everything off to my side here. Hoping that I don't forget to use anything. Hoping I don't forget. But I just realized, yeah, we have to cover both front and back. Oh, well, I'm glad I caught that. So yes, we have lots to cover today. This is the main project, and I'm hoping we can start working on layering this guy up onto the next page. So that one sort of gets glued together as we distress it, glue it. So I'm going to put it aside, but this is hopefully a little bit of a journal with me on the actual kit. Oh, goodness. So much to do. Okay, all these pieces. And the nice thing is a lot of these pieces, yeah, see, there's just stuff. It's nice for contrast. It's nice for base. I like this rip, so I definitely want something under it, but this is not top to bottom. So we may rip across the bottom too. Get some ripping going on and get some dimension. So definitely need to cover the back of that one and then add something else to it. I have these pieces left over from a quick project I did on Friday, which I will show you guys the final product. I did a quick video on Instagram about it. I have to see how the front's going to be, but I may like how this is consistently ripped. Yeah, I did a quick journal with me. I actually followed a video with Vintage Paper Girl, and went ahead and, just created for once without having to be on screen, which is sort of rare these days. If I screen it just right. So I went ahead and did that, and then just did a quick YouTube video revealing it, and of course encouraging everybody to go watch the better tutorial on it for Vintage Paper Girl, Miss Laurette. So I could do that and then just like distressed underneath it. Sometimes just distressing the paper you're working with is sort of its own added layer. Okay, all right. So I'm gonna try not to waste too much time today. We're just gonna try to get to it and work it, and if I start rambling too much, I may speed this all up. We'll see, and then talk over it, so I'm not doing this twice. Watch, of course you wouldn't know that, of course, if that's what I did. Haha. Right? Oh my gosh, how funny is that? Here I'm telling you, and you may hear it or you may not. No, I hope to do this, keep to the point, get to what we need to get done, and then that way you guys get to see it and all that fun stuff. So I did promise you guys, you know, sort of it's one of my favorite things to make. It's really simple, you know, taking something that's technically trash. That's why the word junk journal sort of came from, things that, the junk in your house, things you were upcycling, things you were using. But there was also the vintage element of it, which meant you were using things that you had around the house, and they weren't junky in any way, of course. They were vintage. They were family heirlooms. They were things that, you know, you've been holding on to forever. And you're finally putting them to good use, right? Whether it's good use to hold on to, whether it's good use to sell, or just make something of what you had. So they weren't just in boxes. They weren't just sitting there. They were something pretty better keepsaking than what you had. Now, I leave the plastic so things don't fall out, personally. And I'm distressing around the edges just to be on the safe side. So if there's a little bit of something that shows, I'm not worried about like every little ounce of it being covered, which has its own perk. It really does. And I want to get this out as far as I can, so let's fix the bottom. Yeah, so we are, let's see, we had finally a little rain on Sunday. A little, when I say little, very, very lightly. A little rain on Sunday, and now we are heading into 80-degree weather. Of course, Monday and Tuesday were super cold, and like it actually got to where it got warmer in my in the garage, yeah. Warmer in my garage workspace than it was in the house. Because I had to leave this glass door to a point open, and we have a screen on it, so the cats can come in and out, and the dogs can go in and out, and I don't have to worry, because I'm in the garage. I have my workspace in this extra space, like I have an extra alcove in my garage, which is perfect. And I get to sit out here and craft, and I don't have to worry about it, and the kids can do their thing, and I've got my thing. But it means no one may be paying attention to the animals. So I have to leave that glass door open, but it can mean cold. Come summer, we're all in the garage, or we're all in the house pretty much, so it's easier for me to keep that closed in the summer, and you know, we're all outside, or we are all, you know, in the house. So everything's ripped except for the bottom. Okay. So yeah, you know, it's sort of fun. But the garage is actually warmer than anything else right now. And I'm like, okay, for once I'm actually in the right spot. Though earlier in the morning, it can be really cold, and I put my heater away, so that's a bummer. I'm like, Okay. So really I think the easiest thing about this is just finding either scraps you have. If you follow Gail and her Scrappy Saturday, this is a great way to use them. Is taking an old, you know, envelopes. I will take the ones that I've opened from bills and stuff, and I will, you know, because you can tell it's torn and stuff, and I'll keep them, and I fold them. And I think they're super fun to use. I don't know, it's just me. Let's just start trying to glue this down. I'm going to probably use a glue stick for the most part, because it's not little detail work. It is just papers, like every other scrappy thing, and there's not a huge need to be, like, super perfect. Now, I have a tendency of gluing down the bigger stuff, what I'm gluing onto, not the little stuff I'm gluing down, to try and give me a clean space. Sometimes I get enough, sometimes I don't get enough at all. Right? And then I can just go over it, you know, go over wherever it's layered up and just do this. Now, if it's getting to a point where it doesn't all stick, which I just goofed up, it also doesn't dry as fast as the glitter glue. And I can do this. Now, I don't need all of that, do I? Shoot. I was also thinking of that. something else was going to go there. So I'm trying to figure out how much I need or how much I want. So we're going to rip, and I will check in a second if I am completely off camera, guys. I'm sorry if I am. But I'm just going to have to undo it. Yeah, no. Bad, right? I don't really need to rip it. It's not the necessity here. I did distress this one color-wise. I may go back over it. Alright, so that's what I need. Haha. I know I watch so many journalers who actually have a very delicate journaling technique, and they just use the old, like, what's the word? The old scrapbooking, like, ribbon tape stuff. That's all they use. But it's really light, it's really simple, it's very, you know, there's not a whole, it's not this kind of heavy duty stuff that we're doing. And so I'm like, alright, so I do have a spot up here, so we'll go this way with it. We're going to leave that there. I can get in there, just barely. And distress that. We can distress across the bottom. I am loving the, I don't know what's wrong with my things all of a sudden. They are all acting really weird. Ugh, I can't. I wonder if I need new, I think I need new pads. Oh, I think I'm probably coming down to that. I know I changed one, I turned one, no, I think I'm on the originals. Even though I got a new one of these from the little black guys, and I just put my distressed one on here, my vintage photo distressed on this, the pad on this one. Even my gray one that I used for Christmas is showing some wear, tear, and issues. Okay, now I'm going to want something a little bit more decorative, like maybe this one, into the fold. Alright. And I'm getting all excited about the back here, but it does, I just realized it opens up. It needs to be just as decorative as the front. Now, the front doesn't have to be as decorative, actually, because we may actually decorate it. So, like, I'm going to use a lot of these base cream pieces just to get something on, just to cover the area. And then we're going to layer, the pocket's going to be colorful, or the other elements are going to be colorful. So, but this one is going to be, that's what I want to do. Yep, okay. And yeah, this is, oops, that's what I need. See, that's what I'm missing is my glue book. That makes all the difference in the world. And then I have to remember that when you fold the glue books in half, and you can use them. Gail has a purpose with the glue pages. She folds them in half and turns them into book page something or others. And I have to go back and look and see what she does with them, because if I truly do what I'm supposed to be doing, I'm going to be in that same ballpark soon. If I don't do this wrong. Okay, guys, I'm going to see where my camera is. I think I keep ending up in front of me. I'm okay, so I guess I just need to get myself up here. I feel like I was working closer to the front of me earlier, so maybe that's why I have all these pieces. And I won't get rid of them, because you never know what tiny little piece you need to cover. Right? So I did that, which I think that was supposed to be on top of that, but it's okay. I almost want to, yep. I just feel like it's too much something. I don't know. Yeah, no, let's do that. And the text is upside down. Not intentional, but that's just I liked the rip, and I didn't want to lose that. Or I wanted to keep using it, I should say. So, there we go. And then, of course, going back in there and distressing it, which I'm bad. I shouldn't do that. I do. I have a tendency of constantly going back and trying to distress the edges without getting the one below it done. I'm terrible. Okay. So, like I said, weather has been interesting, so hopefully you guys are all getting whatever you need. Whether it's rain, whether it's sun, whether, you know, melted snow finally. You know, that, which has been a 50-50. I know Becky still was getting some stuff randomly. Gail mentioned, you know, like, I don't know, 2 weeks ago. Well, maybe it's been 2 weeks. Week or 2 weeks ago, I don't know. That, you know, nice sunny day working in the yard, and then bam, that, you know, that night it snowed. Didn't stick much the next day, but it snowed. I'm like, oh, okay then. And I almost, this is where my happy planner side kicks in, and I'm like, ooh, I want to layer. But why not, right? I don't know. Why can't I? Well, why can't I? And then if I put a word underneath that, that'd be super cute. Ooh. Ooh, right? Or even if I just went here with it to sort of continue on. I know it's hard to tell because this is like, let's go this way with it, so maybe it lays flat. what do we want to do? Do we want to go that way, or do we want to go in farther? Go to the edge and then put a word there. There we go. Yeah, I've been doing, of course, I've had a slew of happy planner stuff too, especially as we're coming on the end of a month. You know, we only have another day. You know, tomorrow is like the last day of May, and not May. Wow, jumping the gun. I'm thinking about May. Last day of April. So yeah, we need to, like, you know, during the week I had to work on my May calendars. I had to work on, you know, deciding what I was going to do for my mini for the house, whether I liked the layout I did this month. Do I want to try something else, especially if the kids are back in school with a different schedule? I like having it out there, but I don't know. I want to do another month and hope they don't change gears. I don't think they will, where you don't have much time left of school. So, okay, well, there's that. And it may have, I definitely want a word. What comes up? We used Serenity on my last one, so let's find a different word. I see shine, I see wonder. Let's see, what do we have? Wonder. Blossom. Kindness. Peaceful. Happiness. I don't know. I don't want to do Serenity. I already had Serenity. So any one of these will work, and I'm going to put them aside for the moment until I sort of get a better feel for how this pans out. But I definitely want a word up here, even though these are all upside down. How funny is that? And I have numbers too if I need it. Okay, so then let's see if we can get the inner pieces working. This is the fun part where you need to get this covered because you don't really want to see that through the window. Now, if by chance it happens to match your decor, go for it. If that black and white is something you need for, you know, with a pink black and white journal, or then leave it. Like blue is blue and white or black and white. If it happens to match, you so run with it. But since pink is sort of a base to my thing, we're gonna put pink inside, cream on the outside, and then decorative pocket here. That will help bring color. And then we'll do a little corner decorative too. Okay. So first things first is trying to get the pink in here. And there's not an easy way to do this without totally lifting everything up, but let's try this. Let's try it this way. Haha. Let's see what happens. Oh, on my book. See, I gotta remember. I'm so used to just going over it, but I'm noticing I'm picking up a lot of hair lately. Oh, dog and cat hair. Okay, so let's give this a shot. Really, yeah, you're really just trying to shove it in here without it getting all caught. And making sure you get on the right edge. I don't know if you have to go all the way in. I don't know if you have to go all the way to the edges. But you sort of want to, because you don't, you know, if it happens to show here, that's fine. I know this is not a perfect good piece. I mean, it's a perfectly good scrappy piece of double-sided printed paper. This is not actual pink avocado paper or eco-dyed paper. No, this is mine. This is my designed pink. I didn't have any of those things, so I realized I took a piece of paper, I inked the edges, just distressed them, and then went ahead and scanned it in, turned around, colorized it, and I've made it pink. I've made it like a taupey cream. I've made it blue, and I have a few ladies who they use it all the time. They're like, it's my favorite background color, everything. If I don't know what else to do, I put the pink on the back. They'll print their digitals, and then they'll turn around and reprint. I am sort of tearing it to sort of give it some dimension so it doesn't look like it's perfectly flat on this end, but I sort of like that peekaboo right there of pink, so I don't want to cut it, but it's getting too little and to try to tear it. There we go. Okay, so a little careful distressing. It does help sort of make this a little, definitely makes it a more solid, substantial flip out, so it doesn't feel so flimsy. Which none of my flip outs have been very flimsy. I'm actually almost bulky. You gotta be careful. Alright, so there's that, and we'll see how that pans out. Now my pink is covered. Woohoo. The only other spot now is covering in here. This little edge we do want to cover with something. So you cannot see the... You don't want to see the black and white in this case. It doesn't match. And that one happens to cover almost. If I go out on the outside, that almost doesn't cover. Jeez. Always bring it down a smidge, but then it screws up my other side, so we don't want to do that. And this is where, when you have little corners that do not want to do their job, last thing I want to do is get a big old thing in there. This is when you start. Oh, that's a lot. Let's see, I'm going to do this. I'm pressing it down so that the book absorbs the excess that I went crazy with. There we go. Okay. I don't need to go all the way in. I just need enough to glue down. I guess I could put the white up there because you're really not going to see it. So let's try that. Don't need to go very far. I just need enough to slip in here. And I actually need to cut a hinge off. I'll be darned. Nice and tight. There it goes, right? And you want to make sure you have it in enough, but not too far, that you cannot. I'm going to pull it out, and I may have to trim it off, and that's okay. All right, and you know what? We're going to leave it right where it is. And I am going to use the glitter glue in this case because I do not want to have to move it and try to put it back in. Sort of like we do with those paper bags when I was trying to seal down areas. Oh, there's the, it moved around me. How funny is that? But at the same time, I gotta move quickly because I do not want any black showing. Even distress, it's still a little weird. So we're gonna do that, and I can always trim it off. So we do want to use the flap. We just don't want to see the flap. It's sticking weird. Okay, that's weird. I'm not sure what to do with that. Okay, okay, that's gonna be a perfect fold out. There's that, and we're gonna turn around. And I know it's sort of jaggedy, and I hate to lose that, but there we go. I definitely, I'll sort of leave it haphazard. Oh no! The only downside is I cut it too close. But on the flap, we're gonna be gluing it down right there on the edge, so we'll be very careful. And we'll do some reconstruction on the inside, maybe if we have to, with some washi tape, which you have to think of ahead of time, because when you go to put it down, you want to put the washi tape inside that flap again, so it does its job. So we'll keep an eye on that. Okay, so that's covered. And to make this easier, you're going to want to, and I love the double ones because I like the option, but I'm going to open it up so that when I'm collaging, I can hide pieces and don't feel like I have to have things like right to the edge and I'm trying to debate. Because we do want to make it a pocket, so we're going to want things to easily slide in and out. Eek, eek, eek. I don't know, maybe it's the hot, the cold back here. We've been warm enough that I don't feel like I need to bring this in. For a while there, when you were getting into the 30s every night, I had to bring all my glues in. All this stuff in the garage, right? I had to bring my inks in, I had to bring my glues in, I had to bring my computers in. Sorry, guys. And pretty soon, it's going to be the opposite. I'm going to have to bring stuff back in because it's too warm. Which is ridiculous, but it is the downside to the, I'm looking through some paper here real quick, guys, sorry, to see if there was anything else I needed to use. And I don't know if my pieces are big enough, so I am looking also for more beige cream pieces to play with. This one didn't have a very specific, those are belly bands, I don't want to use those. That's just a cream piece of paper, but every scrap counts. Every scrap counts. Yeah. Only because there are some small pieces in areas. So I'm like, well, what else do I have? What else can I use? Where do I want big gaps? Where do I want little gaps? Okay, so we've got books. And they are skinny. You know, yeah, the biggest chunk here you don't even see. So that is okay. That's not a bad thing. But I love... And you can decide how much of that window you see. Maybe I want a little bit where I have this cute little... It would make them both smaller, huh? I might want to just do that there, that little edge, right? And make that a little more frilly. So we're going to go to here. So yeah, the kids are in school. We finished 2 whole weeks of this new partial distance learning. And the teachers have been pretty low-key. They really have on assignments so far, trying to figure out it. We ended some grading terms, so we had to keep that in mind. And then, I don't know, it's been pretty low-key, which is great, but they're slowly, as they finish that term, as they're figuring it out, you know, the work is going to slowly start creeping back up, and we'll see if, if it's going to become a little bit more tedious and the kids are going to get a little frustrated. At least my oldest, she might get a little frustrated. She's sort of done with this whole thing. She's an 8th grader and is looking forward to high school and actual high school. Something that actually has some substance, some potential. We'll see. She's definitely done with the distance learning thing, but we just couldn't take chances going back in a class, so not yet. Okay, what else? But they're working it. You know, she's working it through. She's figuring it out, and we just have to hope for the best. And that doesn't mean you have to stay outside, like inside that line. You can decide how much or how little of this, because we are going to put a large journaling card in there. I'm going to do a decent sized journaling card in there. I don't know if we have any left. And I used a big one for the pocket insert that I did last week, which I'll show you guys that before we get off today if I remember. I will try to show you. Whoop, I shouldn't do that, huh? That's why. I will try to show you that before we get off today. What I did really quickly. And I thought it came out really cute. So yeah, we'll do a lot of trimming over the edges, but I'll sort of wait till we're done and then I will trim it all up. Just gotta keep in mind where my lines are so that I don't get, you know, the cute stuff off the thing. So, and I keep folding it down so we can see where things are. That needs something weird and skinny there. That's what I have. That's why I sometimes do not get rid of those interesting little tidbits, because you never know when something is going to overlap and cover what I need to cover. Kids are back. Weather's doing okay. Like I said, I've been busy. I have a new shabby kit out that I released on Tuesday. So you'll have to go look at that. Pink Shabby Welcome Reveal. And then, what else did we have going on? I don't know what that is, but that's sort of some corner piece, but it'll work for me. What else? Oh, Pink Shabby Welcome Reveal. So you have to go take a peek at that, both Etsy and online here on YouTube. I rebranded or branded my YouTube thumbnail so things don't seem so, I don't know, out of whack. I thought they needed more substance. They needed more. Oh, we'll do the opposite on this end, huh? That might be a cute idea. So I feel they just have a little bit more uniform, a little more unison. Right now, there are only 2 colors because those are my work colors. Those are my like business colors. I don't know if I'll change the colors to the boxes. I think as I get new things, like I have a bonus video and I did it in a white. There's a white square, and my journal with me right now are in yellow. My digital reveals are in green, right? So they're sort of color coded, which is always fun, right? Why not have color coding? And let's see, this is where we might get that continued in the middle thing going. Because there's a line right there, and it's sort of bugging me. I almost want to do that. Well, we'll see. We'll do that ton of detail work. I think I'm going to put something in that complete corner, so let's wait. That almost works if I just stress that out a little bit more in that corner. It might really work. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I think my sponges are going. I think I have a couple more. I hope I do. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to go order them. I don't know. I think they came with my distress. Yeah, they came with the distress piece. I think like that really hides all that, huh? If I go up higher, then I gotta cover that too. Distressed to do that or not? I know, I feel like I'm just creating more scraps with scraps, which is pretty normal. Because you're like, oh, that works perfect. No, it doesn't. And I don't know if I'm nitpicky and I want like a very heavily, not even quilted, but just a heavy collage look to it. So it's why I'm like creating more scraps. There will be a point where I'm like, okay, these are all tiny little things and I'm just going to chuck them. I do not keep everything, especially when I'm done with a project. It's gone. It's good. I'm done. Don't need to keep it. That's fine. Okay, let's see here. So always flip it over when you're doing something. Someone showed me this trick, or so I saw the trick on something, and what was it from? Could have been either. It's either one of two things. It's from Happy Planner, or it's from maybe it's Happy Planner. Happy Planner junk journaling. When you're working on something that overlaps, turn it over so you can see the end of the page and you know exactly what you need to cut off, instead of guessing at it, and then you end up either cutting into your good paper, which no one ever wants to do, or you know, so either undercut it or overcut it. And if you undercut it or overcut it, undercut it, then you keep trimming at it, and pretty soon you have nothing left. You know, if you overcut it, then you have your backing showing, and so that doesn't do you any good, right? So we're definitely distressing it. I'm really liking these colors just for that antiquiness, the darkness of it all. And I have all this color, and then it's like this cream dyed in the middle. And I haven't finished. I knew there was something. Okay, well then we'll keep going with that light cream, I guess, down the side, right? Take one of these pieces and run it through. I like the, ooh, there's perfect. There's numbers. You've done everything upside down. That is sort of funny. Keep finding things to do upside down. The numbers are upside down. The words are upside down. But you know, it's just texture. It's just, yeah, it's texture. It's layering. It doesn't have to be right side up. I didn't even do a word page in this one. I do have a chunk somewhere. So let's do, whoops. This is where, like, nope. Back edge. Okay, so if I do it that way, let's rip the top. I do really like the ripped edges. So we'll do that. It's really a little bit of that, but I like this. Oh, I like that. That's actually coming out really good. Here we go. So yeah, it's a scrappy moment. It's a collage up with little pieces that you have to cover around the window, so that you still can get a peekaboo of whatever you're doing. So let's see if I had any, like okay, so like if I wanted to, and this may be a good one for this actually. Let's see if it'll show. If you tuck it up all the way, like you're supposed to, you could see what's tucked inside. See? So you get the peekaboo effect. Now, the brighter the card, or the more decorated the card, I think the better it looks, especially if you keep your outside really light and neutral. Then it really makes this stand out. Really emphasizes the card that's going in there. Now, what I do need to see is if we have any cards that will fit. I know I have to look to see if I have any cards that fit inside it, and I probably don't. I have to go look through my minis. But then again, there's my mouse. Nope, mouse is going to fit right inside there. Eek. Usually I have the smaller cards. Now I can make this beneficial. Trim it off a little bit and decorate one side with it. But I think I want a more, whoops, oh no, I'm losing something. All around decor. But yeah, I have plenty of cards, but I don't know if I want to use a journal card because there's so few of them. But this would be super cute to decorate with. I'm trying to think. But I think the middle of if I decorate the card, this will be with paper. That will be cute on the outside. Okay, so we've got that. As I knew I had to pull out all these little fun ephemera pieces and see what works and what doesn't. And I dropped a coin. Oh, there it is on my foot. 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. I'll try not to move the table. Aha. Yeah. Oh, my little bee. My little bee. Which, well, that might be cute. If I put some lace and or green paper behind it or something, maybe that would be cute in the corner. Hexagon, circles, and squares. Why not? Okay, so we've got that possibility. So we have him, and I'm not going to attempt to cut off every edge of whiteness. Now he is distressed in more of a silvery color. Sort of my default for everything. It comes out more of a hickory smoke than it does a antique. So I have backed down on that since way back when. Though I have to say, the pink shabby kit I just did, nope, I turned it all pink. And the botanical one, I think I have a little bit more. I left some of the grayish color to them now that I think about it. But let's distress the edges. So this is going to be a perfect little journal card ready to go. Which I do like having. And sometimes I'll put a cute little tag or tab or something on it so you know what's in there. But that may be something we fine tune once we are in the ephemera decorating mode, which will definitely be, you know, still a few videos out, I have a feeling. Only because I'm really enjoying making all these things. And Laurette over at Vintage Paper Girl just did a cute new folded envelope tag pocket thing. That was a shabby dabby doodah thing, and so she just did that video today, so you have to go check that out over at Laurette Chandler's YouTube. And I wish I could link. I think I can put the link. I can at least put her name in my content. I don't think I can link it. I can't link it in my video itself, but I will have to definitely work on that and see. You know, you guys should go look at it. It's really cute ideas, and maybe one of those things that just make it and put it in, you know, put it in place, because I will run out of things to do, like run out of time for all of you. There's that. That can go here. Definitely want a word there. Word on the big. If I can find a big word. So paper. Now we gotta say paper. I mean, I have, but it's not wide enough. I mean, I could continue on with the scrappiness. So there's that corner. And then maybe get something like that behind it. So I don't have to trim too much. Get a little, I'm gonna have to rip it. Okay, let me see something here. I love this corner. The corners came out super pretty. This is where Photoshop has been a huge blessing, and I don't know, just the effects and the things that I do with the layering and how it's come out over the past couple of months has just been phenomenal. I am just like, oh, that's what that effect does, and oh, that's pretty on that one, and oh, this is black, and I put it over this, and oh, look, I got gold, and yeah, it's been pretty cool. I mean, I have to say that in the newspaper world that I was in, it definitely was lacking in, you know, learning things. That just by the fly, you would learn a technique and you're like, oh, that's cool, and you would use it for everything, right? It was ads. You're making the same ads for the same people all the time, or, you know, for the same company, so they would want a certain look. I got stuck in, not stuck, I guess I got used to it, but, car ads, car dealership ads. Oh my gosh, that became my thing. And both my newspapers that I used to work for, they just thought it was great. I don't know if I hit the right niche, I could get the right level, and, you know, they just thought it was great. And so I became the queen of car ads. And I was like, oh, yay. Which, all in all, it meant I had a job. It meant I had my sales reps that definitely, yeah, not relied on me, because that definitely wasn't that case, but definitely felt that, you know, I was worth keeping around and needed to be, and definitely felt that, okay, let's see if I do this in the right order, you know, I was worth keeping around because their clients liked the ads, they liked the templates, like, can she do this, we need to do that, we have a, you know. And once in a while they would do something that I'd be like, what the heck? Why are you doing that? Why did you want that look? Can you explain that look to me, please? No, I'm not covering all the way out. Sometimes I do. But since we covered here and I like the coloring, I'm not going to do both. And I am right now using my glitter glue because it's out and it's all these little pieces. And so I'm just going for it and hoping I don't glue it to itself. Yeah, I mean, there was always the ad that I would just dread because they would put way too much information in it, and, you know, it hit a point where we had regulations. We had to have things at a certain size. We couldn't go beyond 8 points. We couldn't below 8 points. We couldn't do such and such and such. And yeah, no, it got challenging because they didn't care. They really could care less whether their clients could see all the information or not. There were dealerships who, until they got popped, until they got caught, did not care if their ads, you know, were misleading, which was really sad. Okay, so this one goes, Which, so now I'm very nitpicky about that because of copyright, and I really do try to make sure I either purchase everything I have access to. Everything that I use, I have, I've purchased it in some form, if I can help it. Or know that it's copyrighted. It's been around long enough, it's old enough. Or try to create it from scratch. Now, I'm definitely not I am not a graphic artist. I'm not a graphic illustrator. I'm a graphic designer. So I take elements that are out there and I rework them, within the proper regiments, or I paginate it, or I lay it out, however you want to see it, and make it work. And but I'm getting better where, I'm finding the graphics that are pro-licensed that I have access to, that I've purchased, and I'll take 3-4 different graphics, and I will crop out pieces of all of it, and then regroup it to something that fits me, or fits my needs. So I do make it new, which is always a good thing. I think I always feel so much better when I know that I can do fussy cut sheets and things for you guys with items, because I know that there's, without a question of doubt, that you can print those out and use them in your journals, and you have all rights to. Not to turn around and resell them as a digital, but you do have the right to, well, if we're putting, I just go straight in the middle, right? Maybe? Okay. You have all rights to, enjoy it and have fun with it and use it. I'm not using it as that, so let's do this. Alright, so we're going to glue it down about there. If I really wanted to, I could just do certain sides and leave it open to tuck one more thing. I could just glue the bottom. We could tuck a little something in there. I don't know if we're getting too crazy with that. Are we gone crazy if we do? We have that pocket, and then if I do this in a way where you tuck something in here, and you pocket it here, and you pocket it back there, and I'm almost, like I said, I was almost debating about putting something here to tuck something else. Oh my gosh, this could go crazy. Like, really tuck the poop into it. I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna unglue. Oh, but I was gonna put a word, huh? But the word, oh, that's a butterfly. So actually, we're gonna go this way. The word can go out this way. And doesn't mean we can use the word as a helping hand on the tuck. Now I just gotta make sure I don't do it upside down. That's always the fun part. You go and you, I think, and as a tuck, you don't have to go all the way down with it, so I can do the whole bottom for now. And I can decide if we don't find anything to put in it, I can always glue it up. If I decide that this is just, yeah, no, that'd be super cute, even with the word on it. Okay. And everything's cream. I think I might have to find another. No, I have colors in here. Oh, I have colors in here. Yay. But I don't know if I have words big enough in color. I have the pink. Let's go horizontal. I have little words. Now here's where, we were debating. If I antique that up, the green on the green is really pretty. Because we decided to do what? Green, more green on the top. So this could be very much a green base with the green behind it. Here, yeah, let me just sort of antique these up a little bit more. It is a little bit of a, it's a little bit of a, not that you guys can tell all that well on your thing, but it's almost a evergreen. It's a very interesting green when I first started with it, and it doesn't go with this kit per se, but I can antique it up. There we go. Oh, I like that. Okay, let's do that. You guys get a little design. I know, because I'm trying to be quick about this so that we can get into that other piece. Now, we may only be able to get the base pieces inked and dealt with. We're going to have to continue on, or I'm going to give you the base pieces, and then I'm going to have to decorate that file folder. I have a lot of reveal with you file folders, I have a feeling. In the end, I'll have to do a mini file folder, completed, what do you want to call it? Reveal. Journal with me reveal. And show you how everything turned out at some point. If it gets just too crazy. Okay, so I'm not sure why it's bubbling up. It's so weird. I was fine until I got to the end here, and then something went weird when I did that. I need to find green paper. really quick, guys. I don't have any, surprisingly, I don't have any green avocado paper in my stash. Or I had it, but I don't know what happened with it. Okay. I love having the green behind it. I think we want to, I know it's so hard, right? Trying to figure out how to do it where you see it. We don't lose anything, or we don't lose much out of all of this. Yep, okay. I might just glue it down. I might just glue it down and then cut it off. And always once it's cut, I can touch it up. This is the hard part because I always lose. I have the perfect placement, right? Perfectly placed where I want it. And then I move it all. And then it's not so good anymore. Let's do this one. I hope I'm on screen for you guys. I feel like I'm working really close to the front here. It's not like I can really stop the video and check. Not without losing all of it. So we'll see. I've done that though. I'm going to take a quick peek though just to see. Oh, that's going to go up into the edge. Now, it doesn't mean I can't cut the green behind it and let it fill over. Okay, it's sitting right here. How bad am I? I'm not bad, mostly up, but I will move up. So guys, okay, let me move everything up. Try to stay up here in the middle. I don't have short arms, but I don't have super long arms. That's for sure. Okay, so that'll be tucked in cute, and I may want to add something to that to make it look stand out. And we are going to, 2 for 1 thing. I gotta try to cut the back without cutting the circle. So I'm gonna put my hand in there. Let's try this. Duh. There we go. A little bit of tension, a little bit of, oh, come on. That's what we do with the distress, there we go. With the distressed, ripped edges of the, ruler, this thing is becoming stout enough that it does its own job. Okay, I did not ink. Oh, why does that surprise me? Well, I think I started to ink it, but I don't think I did the inking I was hoping to do. I do. I forget all the time. Inking is not my natural forte. I almost like, if I really want to, I want to feel like I want to ink everything. Ink everything I own and then just sit down and design and hope that, you know, the inking I did is the right color. Okay. So I think the majority of the is done. Okay, so let's see if we can clean some of this mess up. Oh my goodness, let's get it off to the side. Let's have a word to work on. Oh, let's just get it up. Up. It's in my way. And usually I will bag all this stuff. I have a little baggie of things like that so that I can keep. I do. Where do I have it? Yes. See, and that's where I need to look for my green. It probably wasn't here. This is from another project. This was from my, but we're getting to that point where I'm going to need to do the same thing. I'm going to have to make a baggie of supplies. That came from my, when I think I was doing the, yeah, that's stout. And all the gluing in here, that's stout. Okay, so now we're down to, truthfully, just gluing this edge down. Because I want to make sure my pocket is sealed and secured. I could glue across the bottom. I'm going to try not to at first and see. And I won't do this edge until we get that in place. I think that's the other issue. Okay, so we've got that down, so that's a pocket. I'm definitely going back and I think adding a lot of flowers and beads and things to stuff. I think right now it's just the basics, and I may go back and definitely bling it up or distress bling things up where I, want things enhanced. So glue it down. Right now I almost don't need to glue this because it flips over. I don't even need to glue that side down. Some will remove the flaps and just glue this part down to the paper. I've done that where it gets glued down. So I don't do anything to the back. It gets glued straight down, and I will trim off all of this, and then I would have to glue down like I did on this side. But because it's getting flipped and we're using it as a hinge, I don't have to. And we do have to be careful though with this. We'll have to, I can't put a tab on this one. I just realized that. Can't put a tab on this because it's always going to get bent. All right, so we got Blossom. Oh, that's right. We were thinking about a word over here. So we have blossom here, because it was in green, with butterflies and bees. We have our little cute mouse with more butterflies. So maybe peaceful, because these are all cute little animals that require peace. Let's try that. Let's do a little distress. Now sometimes the lovely thing about these ornate framed word sheets that I have is that you can leave them as a square, or you can go, if you like doing little fussy cut stuff. I have been known to cut out around the outside edges. On the other thing I'm going to show you, I went in and cut off those like things on the corners. I mean, you can just keep shrinking this down to the most minuscule border if that's what you need. And that's what I love. There's so many options with this. Or you can just go, hey, that's all I need and I'm happy. Like, I'm good. Which I never am. I'm always wanting to do something. I always want to do more to it. But I'm going to keep it simple because I don't know what else I'm doing on this page. I don't know if I'm going to do another pocket or not. We'll have to wait to see until I get it in place. And then we'll have to decide if another pocketed necessity is needed, right? Like, I need to do something else with this, because why not? Except that means I have to make more ephemera, which, you know, oh no, bummer. I had to print out the old kit again and see what else. I do have a lot of pieces still over there though. I do have a lot of tags and things that I haven't even come close to, which I know that's what we're going to use here soon. So, all right, how are we doing? Oh, we have 5 minutes to my warning time. Oh, all this jibber jabbering. Okay, well, let's see if we can get this into the book. At least I can say I got that done. I'm gonna have to do another video. Darn, I was sort of hoping, right? Okay. Oh, so yeah, I was like, well, what was in there? That was this. I had all the elements in here. So we're gonna pull this out. This is where our stackable other thing's going. And we are going to do this guy right here, which is, oh, super cute up against this. Colors are perfect, and I totally forgot. So the goal is to open it and be able to stuff something else in there. Sorry, I'll turn that off. Knowing it's on the way, and we are going to keep it maybe more to the outside, so when it opens, can we get something in there? Okay, oh yeah. All right, because I don't want it near, I want to keep it to the edge, I think, in the middle. Now, glue it down. Yep, let's glue this sucker down. So, I'm going to do a little bit of both, because I need stability. I need, like, the seriousness here going on. I don't want this to pop up. And we're going to glue this down. We are just going to go all of this. Now, the only reason we're using a belly band of any sort is to hide this. Blech. It's not cute. It's not pretty. Luckily, the page is white, so it does give us that freedom to not worry about covering anything up. We're going to cover it to make it work for us. And about middle. We're going to plop it down right there and not, but then I'm going to go back in. I want to use my bone thing, actually, to press it out. Make sure it's going to stay put and is going to, right, sort of, there we go. Right now, I can either cut that. Yeah, just glue it. Just glue it. Glue it down. Glue it down. There we go. All right. Oh, my poor thing. Up and down, up and down. And I guess the newest trick, and on my thing, I realized was told, was to open the top, and it lets all that pressure out, I guess. So it doesn't keep making a bunch of messes. All right. So the thought was to cut out this belly band to cover from top to bottom. And the only dilemma we now have is that this is showing on this side. And I don't think I have anything long enough. Okay, so I'll have to find... We're trimming this, which means you might have something left there, so maybe that'll work. I wanted to put the belly band over it. Now, whether I use it as a belly band is the question. Do I make it a belly band that we use? Or is it just something decorative hiding underneath? Which is cute also. Sorry, not that I'm doing anything exciting here. I hate to be off camera. Then I do everything off camera. Alright, so we were thinking, okay, belly band to hide the flap. Which then, but really, see, then what we do is we glue this and we leave it open to stick something in there. to hide, because if we do a big enough, say if we do a big tag or a big card, then it sort of hides this, right? We need to keep distressing this. Or we don't glue that down yet, and I get a bigger piece of paper and we glue that down. No, I don't want to do that. I have scraps paper still. I am wondering if that's what we're going to need to do. It's not wet enough yet. I just lost stuff. Alright, well, I guess I'm not going to do anything except for the fact I did cut a little bit off, but not enough, I don't think. I'm trying to see if I cut enough off to fit inside to hide all of that. I always have these strips left over, which is awesome. I'm just like, oh, here, let's just do this. Let's just do that. If I distress both ends of it really, really well, where you really can't tell the difference between the digital and the white border, I might be able to. This is the hard part. This is the part I always forget about, that when you're all said and done, this has to be covered. No one wants to see it. Alright, let's distress it, because I don't want it too big, because we don't want it to peek out of the pink side. We don't want it to peek out peek out of the other side. Yeah, that thing's just moving. That's so weird. Okay, I'm probably off the page, but I am going to overly distress the, you know what, out of this side. So it blends in. It has a design, but it's not like... And there's my warning. Alright, well I wanted to hit it up where we had like 55 minutes. Or 50 minutes? See, what was that? Oh my gosh, I don't even know what that was. What did I set it for? 55. Oh, yeah, we're there. Alright, so as you see, I am finishing up this little edge. I'm going to distress it all really good so it hopefully blends. The fun part is trying to glue it in. That is always the fun part. Okay, well, we got this done, which is why I knew working on more than one envelope or something is probably not possible. I talk a lot. I do a lot. I'm guessing, learning, and debating half the time. Or I'm remembering. You know, maybe I haven't done one of these pockets since Christmas. For my December daily, I did a small version of it. Small to medium version, I guess. And now, of course, I'm doing it the hard way because it's tweezers. I am trying to cover up the boo-boo I forgot about. Alright, okay, maybe that is going to work. Let's hope. There we go, turn that off. Okay, well, let's see, did I get it? No, it's not running. It's not bending, so it's just getting the right bits to keep it glued down. Alright, well, I didn't get a perfectly covered black and white, which is sort of a bummer, but I'll do some more distressing down there maybe if I can. Alright, my glue book. Oh my goodness. Well, you have reached Jolene with AJeweldDesign. We have been working on video, I want to say 4 of the Botanical Journal with Me journal. We are working on our windowed collaged pocket, multi pockets. We've got 2 pockets on the outside with a tuck, like a little tuck there. We have the pocket now that goes on the inside for the bigger card. We might put another pocket out here. We'll see. See if I just leave it. If I'm a good girl and just leave it. 1 pocket, 2 pocket, 3 pocket on, you know, a 3rd pocket and a tuck. It was a cute little tuck because I have a feeling I have other cards like this and I have some small embellishments. I have some really cute small embellishments that maybe we'll tuck a few little small embellishments in here and then have a larger tag that will come out of here, and then a big journal card going in there. And all we have to decide is whether I get another full piece of paper that we tear for dimension, and maybe I'm just going to cover it and keep it simple. I know there's white on this side, and there won't be any on this side. Or yeah, we put this in here, we make it a belly band tuck. You know, I put it up against here, nice and tight, as tight as I can get it, and we glue on the outside so I can tuck something in here, and we can decorate this up a little bit on the flat end. Find some of those prettier, brighter colors, sort of do, you know, a couple pieces where I have, you know, we can sort of a little bit of a cluster of design work on something and you know, decorate up a little bit so it's not a plain icky belly band. Do a little something fun. But we definitely decide. I will look into it as I'm working, as we start working on the next piece. We will debate on whether or not this is going to be a belly band tuck, so we can put something else in here, so I don't add anything to this. I have a big card, yeah, big card, medium tag, a couple little embellishments to tuck in. Then we do this one that'll allow another large card or tag to go in here. That way it's cream all the way around, and I'm not trying to get a strip of color in here, which is going to be impossible at this point. So, and really I can always border the tops a little bit with some more detail and make it fun. So we'll keep to the belly band. I think we will definitely stick to the belly band ordeal. I am a little bummed that it was black showing. I did not get around that. So maybe do some washi tape. Next might be some washi tape and to help bleed these two together. And then that might, if I glue it in, then washi tape it down a chunk of it. That'll help hide the black and white. And we might have it, folks. So, yeah. All right. Well, we did get something accomplished. Whether we keep adding to it is a whole nother ballpark. We finally got this one done. I've been promising it to you for 2 or 3 videos, so sorry, but it is now done. We have it collaged. We have it prepped. We even have a little bit tucked into it. And we have another piece done, guys. I'm stoked about that. I am happy. I really wish we would got to the other piece, but I don't want to make these too long for you. And then, you know, it just seems like it's all in one and nothing else to work on. So next time we will work on this junk journal with me stackable and go ahead and stuff everywhere. See how that turns out with that brighter kit for that actually goes with the other journal. But I think will be a great addition to here, especially if we antique it up a little bit with our vintage photo. And we have that one that looks great across from that. We have green. Oh, well, it's really, really quick. Okay, so here's, nope, that's not it either. See, you have so much. Oh, there it is. So this is a paper bag flip up pocket. And you use a gossamer or light paper bag. You glue down, you make it into a pocket, you glue on like cardstock on the top to make a nice heavy flip, and then you can pocket, you can bag it, you can stack it with bags to make it pocket after pocket. This is what I did and made a little notebook to go with it. That was sort of Laurette's thing, was making the top into a notebook. Then you have, I made the card, one of the large cards, really cute to keep to this sort of stamped theme, and put a large card on the inside that can be journaled on. You have a little one, you know, there. And then, of course, I have another one here. So definitely we're working on more embellishments. We'll put more in here. So that was what I worked on the other day without having to film it, but was following along with another YouTuber. So Laurette did that at Vintage Paper Girl. I glued that on, so it's my little flip. So we're going, ladies and gentlemen. We are going. And I just need to keep decorating as we go. So thank you for following me and joining me here at JWM. If you found me by accident, thank you so much. I hope you'll subscribe. If you've been following me, I appreciate the continued support and you continue to watch what we're doing with this journal. It's been a blast and a lot of fun, and I am really enjoying making a full journal. I haven't made one in a while. And yeah, follow me on Instagram. Follow me over at Facebook. Check out my Etsy because we're continuing to put out more and more kits, both full digital journal kits and the mini file folders. So, you know, this was last week. Pink one's out as of 2 days ago, and a purple one comes out tomorrow. So you guys have options. We're up to 4 different color options for the mini file folders and all their potential. So come back tomorrow, follow along with my purple birthday file folder set that I am working on for a friend. And we will see you next week on the file folder that will go in here. So thank you so much. Thank you for following along, and I hope to see you next week.